Reet then, lads and lasses, how we're doing, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Welcome back to the Geordie Josh channel, and welcome back for daily news. What else are you coming here for, lads and lasses? In today's daily news video, you know them people that always say, I'll believe it when he's in a black and white shirt, don't believe these reports. Well, lads and lasses, I'm pretty sure you've all seen it by now, but unfortunately, I have been away from the YouTube channel for a few days. I have been away from Newcastle. I've came back, and I'm absolutely soaking of sweat. I know that's not what you want to hear, but look at my face right now. This room, whoever's insulated must have done way too good of a job, because it's absolutely roasting. I'm not joking, by the way. My legs are burning sitting on this leather chair. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got to get through. Oh, by the way, the Carabao Cup thing is still not on the wall. I did try my best, and for some reason it just doesn't want to go on the wall. I don't know why. Nevertheless, though, we've got an official announcement from the club, which I'm pretty sure you've all seen by now. A new signing for upwards of £30 million, including add-ons. We will say in just a second. As well as that, we are imminently set to sign a £40 million player from Aston Villa. That came out of the blue, and that's also exciting. As well as that, we'll do a little bit of a catch-up, a very short catch-up. There's nothing really to talk about with the Alexander Isak and Liverpool situation, just considering since I've been away from the YouTube channel, in case you've missed anything. So without further ado, if you do enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button. It helps me, and if you like it, you might as well like the video, subscribe if you are new for all Newcastle United content. I can't wait for the season to start, lads and lasses. I'm absolutely buzzing. Yet again, turn that notification bell on so you are never ever late for the uploads. Without further ado, what we're going to do, let's get into it. So firstly, on Alexander Isak, nothing has changed. Literally nothing. I mean, in the past 48 hours, it was reported by David Ornstein, which I'm absolutely sure you've seen by now. Isak has told Newcastle he is adamant he will never play for the football club again. And I'm pretty sure if you have, you might have seen my reaction on that. And as it stands right now, I absolutely do not want him to ever play for Newcastle United ever again. The way he's disrespected the fans, the football club who backed him when we bought him from, what was it, a 32-game season in Sociedad. He scored 6 goals. Newcastle took a chance on him, which, what was it, like 70 million euros? I know it was 3 seasons ago, and the 70 million euros then is not exactly what it is now, but nevertheless, we took a big chance on Alexander Isak, and we backed him to the death. The fans absolutely adored him. Eddie Howe, that's the main reason why I'm frustrated with how Alexander Isak has handled this situation, not because the fans have been outrightly disrespected and hung out to dry, and the club, but Eddie Howe, he's the most modest, respectable manager I think in the Premier League by a long mile. I know I am going to say that because he is my manager, but we never hear of him having any disagreements with players. He's never snide in the media. He always comes across as respectful. So to do that to who seems, and I hope he is, I very much believe he is, such a lovely and yet again respectable man like Eddie Howe, that does not sit right with me at all. But yeah, long story short, I don't think I'll ever respect Alexander Isak again, even if he does come back to Newcastle, scores 30 goals in a season. I'm not having that whatsoever. But moving on, thankfully, from the negative news, we've got positive news only for the rest of the video. As you may have seen, Newcastle United have announced the signing of 24-year-old German centre-back Malick Thiaw. Now, lads and lasses, there's been a few AC Milan fans saying that they have scammed Newcastle United for this signing. In my opinion, I mean, £30 million, let's be real, in today's day and age, in the current transfer market, where, let's be honest, bang average players are going for 25, 30 million pounds. I don't think this is a bad signing whatsoever. He's got experience in the Bundesliga when he was a teenager, by the way, with his homegrown club, Schalke. He's got experience in the Serie A, the Champions League, even against Newcastle. His passing range is fantastic. He's a big, tall player. And Eddie Howe's wanted him for 3 years now, a few years, and we know that due to reports. If we've got so much belief in a player with our recruitment, although we don't often sign players, when we do sign a player, they normally turn out to be an absolute gem. And there's very few, maybe just 1 or 2 players off the top of our heads ever since the takeover, we can say haven't developed at Newcastle United. Every single other one has developed, and even the players who were here previously. So Malick Thiaw, in my opinion, for the belief that we've had in him for the past 3 years, Eddie Howe's always wanted him, and he's got that experience. I back him all day long, especially for the price tag of £30 million, also including £4.3 million in add-ons, which are reportedly achievable, according to Craig Hope. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the news which has took me by surprise very late last night, Fabrizio Romano reported, and it's all over the English media, this is very true. Newcastle United are expected to finalise the deal of Jacob Ramsey from Aston Villa for £40 million. Where the hell did that come from? I said it on TikTok yesterday. This is quite literally like a reincarnation of Danny Ings to Aston Villa. If you do remember that transfer, there was no report. It literally just came out of nowhere. Like you read it on the newspaper back in the day in like 1995 or something. This is a signing I rate. I really do. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a Jacob Ramsey mad fan. I haven't watched him of every single game last season. Absolutely not. I think I might have seen him about 5 or 6 times. He's a decent player. And according to Aston Villa fans, of course, he's still 24 years old. He is still quite young. He's going to play on that left-hand side, or I think he will play on that left-hand side in midfield. Kind of a... It's hard to explain because it can't be a Joe Willock replacement if Joe Willock is currently at the club. Of course, there is still a couple of weeks left of the window. It might be a Sean Longstaff replacement. But then again, if it's on the left-hand side and he's got a similar profile to Joe Willock, it is that Joe Willock replacement. Do you know what I mean? Like Sean Longstaff was either in the middle or the right-hand side. Of course, he did play on the left, but predominantly on that right-hand side. So, I don't know. But £40 million for Jacob Ramsey... Look, I'm going to be honest, I know he's English, I know he's homegrown from Aston Villa, and that's done them a lot of FFP and PSR favours. I don't want to speak too soon, but look, I fully back this signing. I really like Jacob Ramsey. Their fans hold him to a very high standard, whether that's because of the footballing aspect or because he's a great guy. We do not know yet, but look, every signing we make, I back 110%. So yeah, an agreement for £40 million between Newcastle and Aston Villa is imminent for Jacob Ramsey. Yet again, what the hell? Craig Hope did back up this by saying the player has indicated he wants to join Newcastle. And in other news, which you might want to know about Newcastle United playing Aston Villa on the weekend, Newcastle's deadline to have Jacob Ramsey play against his current club, Aston Villa, is Friday, 12 p.m. If we register him after that, then he can't play against Aston Villa. It has to be on the working day before 12 p.m. So fingers crossed we can get that done. And of course, according to reports, we will get that done considering it is imminent. Obviously, imminent means as soon as possible. But yeah, I guess we'll get into more of the player side of Jacob Ramsey when he actually signs for Newcastle United. We'll get like a clear indication of what he's going to bring to the club. I think we all know he's a hard worker. Of course, he's still a young lad. He could be pushing for that England squad, maybe even the World Cup next season. Way without his reach right now, with all due respect, but you never ever know under a full season of Eddie Howe. He's obviously going to get minutes. We're playing on all 4 fronts, but there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Ramsey is imminently set to sign for Newcastle United. That took me by surprise, and I'm very, very excited for that, by the way. I do love these signings where it is more or less squad depth based, but nevertheless, he is 24 years old. He's obviously a young prospect. He's always had promise in his career. He could go on to further that. I mean, he's not going to sign for Newcastle just thinking, you know what it is, I'm just here to play when someone drops out. Absolutely not. He's going to want to better himself and make him known in the starting 11, which may be hard to do with them 3 midfielders, but you never ever know. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yet again, if you did enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new for all Newcastle United content. You know what to do with the notification bell if you do want the latest Newcastle United news. I've been Josh. Go and enjoy your day, people.